Hello, I'm Archie Luxury, and welcome to the program. And today I'd like to discuss upper middle class Australia. Upper middle class Australia. Is there such an oxymoron? And I got to be honest with you, Australia, we're descendants of colonial stock. Colonial stock, fuckers. Colonial stock. And for one to be upper middle class, one needs to come from the establishment. A better class of punter. A better class of punter. In some countries, like the United States, like the United Kingdom, the ownership of certain possessions gives one a certain status. In England, you are middle class when you own an Aga oven. In the United States of America, you are middle class when you live in a certain neighborhood, when you buy that Chrysler, or a Cadillac, you've attained a certain class. In Australia, it's very different. One attains a certain class by shopping in a certain brand establishment. And I've got to tell you, fuckers, I've been exploring the class system for a long while, and I've got to tell you, the thing that makes one upper middle class in Australia is shopping at David Jones. That's right, fuckers. David Jones. It's a premium retailer, and it's very much like the British series of Grace Brothers, Are You Being Served? And David Jones was one of the snooty department stores. And it's rather fascinating, the history of David Jones, upper middle class department store shopping in Australia. It goes back to Myer and its competitor, the nemesis, the archenemy, David Jones. And I'm sorry to say this, but I think David Jones always had the edge. That's right. David Jones always had the edge on Myer. It was always more snooty, more upmarket. And this is the reality. I'm just telling you, fuckers. This is the reality. And I remember in my younger days when I had money, as opposed to the older days where I'm fucking destitute, I used to shop at Myer and David Jones. And David Jones was always the more snooty. It was always the more snooty store. It had higher prices. There's no other store like David Jones. And when I was a young man, when I was a young Archie Luxury, I would proudly shop at David Jones. And it says one's arrived when one shops in this type of store. And it's a very, very proud thing. The type of department store one shops at, it sets the scene for your class, for what social class do you belong in. And I've got to tell you that David Jones is probably the most snooty of the snooty stores, and it's an achievement to have arrived as a David Jones customer. And it's a traditional Australian department store. It's very, how would you put it? It's very, very nouveau riche sort of store now. It's an interesting establishment. There's I've got to be completely honest with you. The big problem with all these department stores is where the fucking hell is the staff? There doesn't seem to be an abundance of staff, and David Jones is no different. This may look like a world-class store, but where the fuck are the staff? I mean, when you're paying premium retail, I expect to be served and waited on and attended to. I do not expect to have to wait and soil one's designer clothes, scouring for staff. Where the fucking hell are the staff in David Jones? Because I couldn't fucking see them. And it's very disappointing. You've got a beautifully appointed store, and there is no other store like David Jones. Where the fucking hell are the staff? That's what I'd like to know. Where the fucking hell are the staff? Because I couldn't fucking see them anywhere. There was no fucking staff to attend to my needs. And I went in there to buy a product, and it's just disappointing. It's just so disappointing when one can't be seen to, one can't be attended to. I mean, it's not rocket science. You've gone to all this trouble of having a very luxurious prestige store. You need staff to be able to handle the sales inquiry. I mean, people can't buy product if they can't bring it to a counter and be served. I mean, it's not fucking rocket science. They've gone to this huge, huge expense. And to show you how terrible it is, I mean, not once did someone come up to me and say, "What the fuck are you filming? I'm sorry, sir, you're not allowed to film in our caliber of store." I mean, I was not told off. I mean, what sort of store is this? You have pretensions of grandeur, and you need to have a floor walker. Mr. Peacock, where the fuck is Mr. Peacock when you need him? And one doesn't feel quite upper middle class enough unless one is told off and asked to put the camera down. And I must say, it's very disappointing that I couldn't find very many staff. I was looking around. There's products galore, but there's no fucking staff members. There's no staff members to actually help me. I mean, fuck me dead. I'm here to buy a product. I want to buy a product and get the fuck out of here. You know, does that kind of make sense, David Jones? I mean, I don't want to be rude, but when one has arrived into the upper middle class echelons, one wants to make sure it is different to shopping at Kmart, Target, or Big W. And I've got to be completely truthful to you, is that this is one big fucking disappointment. Where the fuck are the staff? There's no other store like David Jones, but unless you have shop attendants, how the fuck can I buy my products? I mean, it's not rocket science, is it? I mean, it's a simple ABC. You must have certain number of staff in certain sections, and I've got to be completely frank and honest with you. It's very disappointing. I think, in all honesty, you know, if I could afford to shop at this sort of store, I'd be rather fucked off. I'd be fucked off and disappointed. And I mean, look, to be honest with you, if they had Platinum Diamond Club parking, I'd almost consider, you know, coming here and shopping a bit more. But no, they don't have any of that shit. There's nothing to make you feel cosseted, exclusive. It's this egalitarian country that you call Australia, and it's fucked. It's fucked. When you arrive in the upper middle classes and you can't be waited on hand and foot, what's the fucking point? What's the fucking point? And coming into David Jones, what's the fucking point of coming here if you haven't got any fucking minions to race around and pick up products and try and upsell me? I mean, Jesus Christ, you've spent a fortune. I mean, it's not rocket science, is it? I mean, you want to sell product, you need to have a certain number of staff to be able to deal with the unsavory punters. It's basic economics. Even a market trader in the east of London, he knows he needs enough staff to handle the punters. If you don't have enough staff to handle the punters, how can you sell fucking product? And that's what I don't understand. I really don't understand. Where the fuck are the staff? Where are the staff? And how can I conclude my transaction? No mention that someone could actually buy something. It's absolutely ludicrous, and I don't fucking know what to say. It's absolute dog shit. Ever since Adelaide Steamship sold DJs, the fucking place has gone to the dogs, and I don't know what to say. I don't know what the fuck the problem is. It's just absolute bullshit. Absolute bullshit. I mean, you want to sell product to a upper middle class audience. This is a non-discount market segment, fuckers. You gotta have fuckers to handle the cash registers, answer simple queries, and take the fucking money and credit card slips, don't you? It's fucking rocket science. It's not rocket science, is it? It's retailing 101. Prestige retailing. You need to have some staff, and I don't know what to fucking say. David Jones, where the fucking hell are your staff? That's what I'd like to know there. I went there on a Saturday morning and I couldn't fucking be attended to. It's an absolute disgrace. It's an absolute joke. And I just wanted to tell you, it's absolutely fucked. I'm Archie Luxury, reporting on upper middle class Australia. Tell me what you fuckers think of that. Nice one, Archie. Jesus Christ, you're angry. Just as well you couldn't afford to buy anything there.